Hello, everybody. Mark here at Gilbo Realty. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another show today. It is Thursday, June 26th. I hope you're having a rocking day. It's beautiful here in Florida. Nice and, well, it's partly cloudy at the moment, but it has been sunny all day long. A little warm. It's in the 90s. If you can deal with that, it's awesome. Not as humid as I thought it was going to be. It's actually nice right now. But I'm going to review some stats today, some stats of the Villages. And I did a video yesterday about low ball offers. I'm going to show you why, again, those are really not being accepted too much. And I'm not saying you can't get them accepted. There's some people that may be motivated or just don't care about the house. They inherited it, whatever. The point being is that I'm going to show you why it's harder and harder to get these accepted, at least in this current environment in the real estate market. A lot of people, they're posting stuff on Facebook, on YouTube. Oh, everything's crashing. It's horrible. I'm going to show you some stats. So we're going to see why you want to come in 40 grand below that asking price. It's not getting accepted. And we'll review those. I'm going to review a couple homes. One of them's on a golf course, the cheapest golf course home I could find. It's going to need some work, but at the same time, it's overpriced. But if you can get it at the right price, it might be worth it. Might be a great home for yourself. Then we'll look at that and also look at, I think it's a Ruby model with that sideway garage. Those are coming down in price pretty good, actually. You see a lot of those now in the 280s. Last year, they were about 315, 320, some of those models. And we'll go from there. But if you haven't been to our website, this is it. Go to the Villages tab. You can go here, buy a home, search multiple ways, download our map, our open houses. I update them usually every single morning. I don't upload them till the morning because some people are late at getting their open houses on the map. So I just make sure I try to wait as long as I can before I get them up there. And you can download our buyer's manual as well. Read over that. That tells you about us, who we are, our agents. And go in there and you can read it, pull it up real quick. And if you're going to do a lifestyle visit, please let us know. We'll have you meet up with one of our agents, whether it's Sandy, Steve Bedell, Tyler, my wife, Nicole, Raymond, potentially myself if I'm not busy doing something else. But we'll hook you up, show you houses, see what's going on, give you our opinion of the Villages and other communities around it if you are interested. Okay, but let's look at some stats. Okay, here are the most recent stats for May 2025 of the Villages, Florida. And we're going to go through some closed sales. But if you look here, closed sales right here, May 2025, 161. Last year, 130. That's a 24% increase almost, 23.8. Up in sales. Cash sales, 81 compared to 76 last May, up 6%, about the same. But cash sales as percentage of closed sales, so cash sales to closed sales, 50%, down from 58 last May. So that's down 14%. And that probably will fluctuate with the stock market. A lot of people, they'll take some money out of the stock market, borrow on the 401k, stuff like that. And if the market's been a little crazy here and there over the last 6-7 months, you'll probably see that number sway back and forth, up and down. But yeah, I've seen a gradual decline in cash sales without a doubt. But these are the two big ones right here, median sales price. And this is what a lot of people tend to forget when it comes to writing lowball offers and not understanding what the market is really speaking in volumes to everybody. So it says here median sale price, $347 this May. Last year was $391, $250. That is a 11.3% correction already. So in 1 year, May, now this is only May and May compared the month to month. Okay, this is not throughout the year because that'll fluctuate up and down. So 347 this year, last year 391. That's 11.3% change from May to May. The average sale price is almost identical. 396 May 25, 396,000 to 442,024. So we've dropped again about 50 grand in average sales price and median sales price. The average sales price is a 10.4% drop. So when you see these numbers coming out, you can understand why too many lowball offers aren't being accepted, because prices are being adjusted faster in this market. And this happens quite a bit. What a lot of people are missing is that realtors are adjusting the prices quicker. They're listing them lower. So you're getting a lot of these price adjustments up front, which makes it difficult for a lot of lowball offers coming in, or potential lowball offers, to get accepted. So median percent to original list price, which is the one I care about, median percent to original list price, 92.8%. That has been dropping for quite a while. It has a 2% drop year over year from May to May. That's quite a bit. So median time to contract is now 57 days compared to 39. That is up 46% year over year, 57 days in 25. 39 days and 24. Median time to sale is 97 days compared to 81, which is a 19.8% increase, probably because maybe many more people are using a loan and the cash sales are down. So it's probably increasing those time to sale. If we look here, new pending sales, 162, folks. Compared to 121 last year, that's a 34% increase year over year. I will say that as the Villages grows, more and more homes are added to the inventory. That's probably the main reason you see more and more sales at higher dollars as well. New listings, 210 compared to 180 last year. That's up 16% year over year. Pending inventory, 191 in May compared to 150 the previous year. That's up 27%. And again, even though you have more new listings hitting the market, you have more pending sales. So that tells you people are still purchasing homes down here in Florida and in the Villages. But at the same time, they're probably purchasing them because prices are coming down. You have 11% drop in median sales price, and you have a 10% drop in average sale price. That's important. Active inventory 689 compared to 468 last year. That's up 47%. Inventory is up quite a bit. And it's down right now a little bit to about 610. But again, I expect that to go up as we approach snowbird season. Months of supply, 5.4 this year, 25, May of 25, compared to 3.7, May of 24. That again is up 46%. So what you're seeing are declining prices, a slow gradual decline, as I've been stating since 2022. You're not seeing a crash. You're seeing a slow decline. Again, you're seeing people selling their properties up north, out west, certain states where there is still low inventory in those states, and they can get a higher dollar amount for their properties. And they're taking advantage of it in those areas. New York State, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, a lot of those places, whether it's Wyoming. There's a lot of places still in the north and the northwest where inventory is still low. They're still going for a pretty good penny, and they're taking that money down here and paying cash or putting a big chunk of change down. It makes sense for them to do that. So this is the reason why I'm saying that some of the low balls aren't working, because the pricing on the homes are more aggressive. I see definitely better pricing on the MLS right now than the VLS. The MLS is a lot more aggressive on pricing. The VLS is like, we'll throw it out there, see what happens. Oh, you're a buyer? Here, let me take you down and show you the new home down here. Let me try to get you into that. That's kind of what the VLS does. They want to sell those new homes. Your home as an existing home is an afterthought, to be honest with you. They want to push you to those new builds. They need them babies sold. So that doesn't happen in the MLS because the realtors aren't selling the new builds in the Villages. So keep this in mind. These are good stats. Sales are up. Prices are down. That's going to continue probably. It's going to correct as we go along. And a comment that came up the other day, which was kind of interesting, was that one person says, look, I'm moving to the Villages because I'm getting older and I don't want to wait until I can't move, or I can't do it anymore, or I have health problems before I do it. Like, even if it means I'm paying a little bit more now for the home than it may cost a year or two from now, I still want to get there because I want to enjoy what I have, the time I have left. And I'm 55. So for me, I have about 30 years, well, hopefully 25 to 30 years of pretty good mobility. And even though I have sports injuries from the past, all those coaches told me keep playing, I can feel my body change over time. So do you want to wait for all these prices to go down 20, 30 grand in order for you to buy something where you may come down and buy something cash? And for a lot of people, that's a no. They don't want to wait. They want to get here because they want to enjoy life. They want to enjoy the time they have left. All right, home number 1, 1524 Conway Court. This home it's TLC. It needs some work, but it is on the golf course and it's beautiful, but it needs to be cleaned up. Needs some updates on the inside. Needs to be just cleaned in general. It's got some nice landscaping though, the beautiful palms up front. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1196, sitting at 305. Now, I will tell my buyers if they're looking for maybe a fixer-upper, they don't mind doing some work, they don't mind getting dirty, this is overpriced for this house, even though it's on the golf course. I mean, I get it, it's on the golf course, but it's still about the house. And at $364,900, I personally just can't do it unless you plan on living there and taking your time on fixing this property up. Then it might make sense. But if you're the kind of person like I am that would hire someone to come in and do all this work and have to pay for that labor, this price won't make sense to you. Okay, but it's two bed, 1196, sitting at 305, built in 2005. Location, Courtyard Villa on Mallory Championship Golf Course in the village of Virginia Trace. Let's look at some photos. You can see it's a nice courtyard, fence yards. I love the front landscaping. It's basic and minimal. One car garage, but you could fit a golf cart in there too with your car. As long as they don't have the washer dryer in there, we'll find out. There you go. I mean, it's vinyl flooring. I just don't care for it. I just think also the pictures don't do this house justice, most likely. They probably should have had this professionally photographed and filled. It just all looks, it's all looks one color. Even the white trim looks one color. Okay. A nice living room. Walks out to that back lanai. There's a slider on your left as well. You can see the golf course out there. So here's the kitchen. I do not mind the kitchen like this where it's kind of broken up. I'm okay with it. What I would do personally, and where this light is, I'd put an island out there myself for people to sit at and hang out like a dining room table, but make it an island. Get rid of the dining room table. Those cabinets aren't too bad. They're not really too old. I'd swap this out, though. I hate the floor. I just never did like that floor. If you can live with a popcorn ceiling, I'd swap out that lighting. Nice little pantry right here. Okay. I'm just looking at this plug. I'm surprised it's so low. That's probably a 20 or 30 amp plug. It's pretty low. Okay. Bedroom and closet. Nice. Here's a shared bath. Probably should have thrown out that shelving. It's fine. Oof. Jesus. All right. That's for your goth son or daughter or grandkid that comes and visit you. That room right there. Holy cow. All right. So here's the master bath, I'm assuming. Here's the 1.5 car garage, really. And so there's the hot water, the furnace. I don't see the washer and dryer in there, which is nice. Gives you a little bit more room. Got tile out here. Now I'd redo this room, clean up all this stuff. I'd probably rip out all these door sliding windows unless I can clean them up really nice. And I put either screen back up or redo them. All the dirt. Why is this place so dirty? Look all the dirt in the fence. Hey, get out there and clean that. You know, all you need really is some Windex, some paper towels. Go out there and wipe that off. Hook up the hose. Spray that thing off. Damn. They're dirty. All right. So here's the backyard. You still got a little room back here. Kind of nice. I'd take that tree out or severely trim it back if you can. So, I mean, I don't mind this house, but it needs some work. So 1524 Conway Court. If you're looking for a fixer-upper, like this one here, I would never pay what they're asking. Maybe you could, but me personally, I wouldn't. It's $11.96. It's small, 2 bed, 2 bath, 305 a square foot. It's got to come down quite significantly based on the repairs, based on the condition on this property that I'm seeing. But it is on a beautiful golf course view. So think about that. Let's go to another one. All right, I'm seeing more and more of these. 865 Conroe Street, 2 bed, 2 bath, 1,300 square foot. It's like a Ruby model, I believe. And I don't mind these. I mean, they have the golf cart garage turned sideways. They have a 1-car garage, which is typically pretty deep. I like this house. It's kind of one color too, but it's only a few years old. This was built, 2023. Sitting at $221 a square foot at 1,300 square foot. And it's down here in the village of Dabney, which is around this corner. As you go up here, there's Sawgrass. You can go out the back here of the Villages, hop on 470. That'll take you over here to the newer sections. Not bad. These are coming down more and more in prices. I'm seeing them. Let's look at some photos. I'll be honest with you, I hate that picture. Never should be the first one in a listing. And if they're going to do drone, if really what you need is like a camera that's about 10 or 12 foot up directly in front of this house, even there, that can capture a little bit higher picture. Okay, I like this front little screened area. It's cute. I don't mind this because you can go through this little screened area, hang out. This is your golf cart garage. Found a flooring here. with a closet. Look at that. Maybe that's laundry. I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. Laundry. Okay. Here's your shared bath. Cute. Gray cabinets. All right. There's the garage. We're all over the place in these. Okay, now we're in a bedroom. So that's the second bedroom, not the master. It's cute. So here's the kitchen. I like the kitchen layout. It's got a nice long island. It's pushed out, so you have a lot more cabinets in this model. It does give you a little island here to work on, prep, food prep, stuff like that. And it does have plugs here, which I love. There you go. So you walk in here. That's your laundry room in here. And then walk it down here into the kitchen. This is a big kitchen. A lot of cabinet space in this model right here. Lots of cabinet space if I can get out of it into the living room. Gas stove. What did I tell you about photos, folks? Photos. We don't need 50 pictures of the kitchen. We can figure it out. Okay. Pretty good size area. I boot that table. Raise that light. You don't need it. Just put chairs here at the bar. It's pretty. So I believe this comes turnkey. We'll read the description here on the house. Okay. Again, master. Here we go. Photos, folks. Photos. It's a tiny house, 1,300 square foot. You don't need 12 photos of the living room. All right, this is the master. I love it. Pretty good size. Again, let's see if we can get in here. Here's the bath, dual sink. Pocket door toilet over here, probably. I'm not sure what this is. That's probably a closet, obviously. And the shower's behind us. There we go. So this is that cheap surround I don't like. I hate that thing. It's like one of the cheapest ones you can buy. I know it's fine. It works, but they're just cheap. Here you go. Here's the closet. So here's you got your AC out here. There's no gutters. Plan on buying this house, get gutters. Trust me on that, folks. You got rain pouring down on all sides of this house. So you can see where it's all falling right here. See it all? It's already killing the grass in some of the spots. And this runs right off into that AC and all this wiring. Not very brilliant design by the Villages right there. And one thing I did notice about the eaves on the houses in the Villages, they're very, very short. They're only about 12 to 18 inches long. In the northern states and probably the older states, these run between 24 to probably 30 inches longer. They come out significantly longer than what the Villages are putting on these houses. I don't know if that's because of hurricane or if that's a cost saver. I'm not really sure, but because of these eaves are so short, this water runs right down near your house. Yeah, this needs a good cleaning. All this dirt's running off here because there's no gutters. Okay. I mean, I like this house. So A65 Conroe Street, Conroe, two bed, 1,300 square foot, sitting at $287,500, $221 a square foot. Built in 23. It's a village of Dabney, not too far from Sawgrass. You go out the back exit of the Villages. It's probably not too far from the newer sections. Little hop down 470. Probably take you 10 minutes to get there by car. But let me see if there's anything turnkey. This villa is offered fully turnkey, waiting only your personal touches. So for $287,500, you get everything in this house, all the furniture being shown, everything at $221 a square foot. This is not a bad deal. It's actually okay. Think about this one. So where are the stats going in Florida? Because a lot of people I'm seeing on YouTube saying this is the worst May we've ever seen, the worst April, and it's not the case. We're actually really busy April and May, really busy. And we're going to have a really busy June, and we're going to have a really busy July. So it just tells me that people are still moving. They're still trying to get out of some of these places. It's a retirement community, so people are tired of pushing snow. They're tired of being where they're at, where there's so many people. And they just want something where it's sunny. They can do things. They can go out to dinner. They can do activities. They can meet people, have conversations, get together, play cards, whatever. They just want to get to a place where they're not so lonely, or they just can be more active in life as they approach the final 25, 30, 35 years of their life. That's what matters. So everybody have a rocking day. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to call me. I do pick up my phone. My information is down below, and I will talk to you soon.